Well, hello, and I'm back again in the conference studio, and I'm really excited to be joined by Tracy Irwin. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Ellie. Nice to see you again.
Good to see you. For the ladies who haven't met Tracy Irwin before, please tell us a bit about your story.
Okay, so I came to Spain in 2016, and in January 2016, my granddad passed, and it wasn't a tragedy. He was 94, but for
Wow.
some reason, it had an impact on me. And from the outside, I looked successful. Anybody would have said I was happy, I had everything, I had a thriving business, I had employees, I had, like the house, the car, everything. But I wasn't happy. And I'd created a safe space at work because I didn't want to go home. And by creating that safe space, I created a monster. Like everything came through me. And my granddad passing was kind of like an infinity moment for me because I was like, oh, like I only get to live once. And so for that year, it was my entire goal to process the entire business, to make it work without me, so that I started working from home. And within two suitcases in December, I already got a divorce, by the way, and I moved to Spain. So it kind of like it all happened in 1 year. Since then, for the last 8 years, I've been running the accountancy from my home in Spain. But what happened was I started getting questions about how I managed to run a business in the UK while I lived in a different country. And that then became the book. So I wrote a book on 123, and it's a way of being able to step back from your business and get more time freedom. And once I wrote the book, I got more people asking me, could I help them to do that? And yes was the answer, because I love helping people to find their happy, which isn't always moving to Spain, by the way. But they realized that I'd been able to do that. And I started helping people to find their happy. And I found that the accountancy was kind of, I want to say, getting in the way. I feel really bad. It was my day job. It was the thing that brought me money. But I found that I was starting to like worry about my time, and I really do value my time. So I took the really hard decision, and it was a hard decision. It wasn't easy. But I sold the accountancy practice in 2024. So I'm kind of now going into 2025 at a crossroads, being able to help more people, having a lot more time on my hands, but I'm not ready to retire.
Right. Cool. It's a really interesting story, your story, particularly as I've read your book, 123, which I really loved. And you're going to be talking about one of the concepts from the book, aren't you? So just give us a very brief overview, maybe just of the book or a
Yeah.
concept that you're going to cover from the book for the
Well,
conference.
so the book is set in sections, to help people to be able to get off that hamster wheel. It's written so that it helps people who are just starting out in business, but also helps those who are already time poor. And it has sections in it where it's got program at the back where you can tick off the things that you've done. It's a very, very practical book. One of the things I found whilst I was growing the business was I used to, the whole saying, I knew that if you sold to everybody, you ended up selling to nobody. So because I had a friend who was a cartoon artist, I thought I'm going to create custom avatars. And we had different products in the accountancy. So what I did was I took like the avatars and I made them personal so that I could write to one person only. And I got my friend to do me cartoons and things, so they're all really like it's not it was a visual thing. And whilst I was in the office in the UK, I actually had them up on my wall so that every time I wrote something, I knew who I was writing my marketing pieces to.
Brilliant. So you're going to be covering that topic or
Yes.
at the conference, which is really good because I think we all struggle with who our ideal client is and how we approach the whole finding that person and knowing who they are and how we can work with them. So I think that's brilliant. The conference is called Make It Happen by Being You. Can you tell me what that phrase means to you?
Yeah. So I think it trying to be authentic in who you are. And I don't just mean that in your marketing. I mean that in what you're doing. Like I said, I'm in a bit of a crossroads at the minute in my life, and I think that understanding what makes you happy, and it's different things in different sections of your life. Like when I set up the accountancy business, I loved bookkeeping. I would not want to do that now. I kind of like, I still do my own because I just need to know about zero, but I don't. I think you change as you get older, and I think making it happen about being you is doing things at the time of your life which is right for you, that continues to make you happy, and then being authentic with that.
Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? As we're just starting a new year, how those things can change just in a year. How you
My
can,
life's
well, you,
totally different from this
yeah,
time last year.
yeah,
And
because
the
you've
year
sold the
before was
business.
exactly the same. Like, so in
Yeah,
2023, I did I did a coaching course to help me with my engagement with my team. But that coaching course led me to understand that how better I could be at coaching other people in business to be able to help them to achieve their happy. So it was like, how did that happen over a year? And I've changed so much in the last 2 years.
yeah. So watch out, ladies, when you come to the conference, things could change for you
Definitely.
dramatically. Do you have any specific thoughts on equality for women?
Yes. I have a positive spin on this because when I became a self-employed accountant back in 2002, gosh, such a long time ago, um, I used to go to networking events, and people didn't believe that a 26-year-old woman could be a good accountant. And the battles that I fought to be treated like an equal in those circumstances was really difficult. And I've seen so much in it change over the last 2 decades that actually it's really nice for me to see how many female accountancy owners there are, especially in the UK now, that like taking over the world. I absolutely love it. That equality is better in our first world than it ever has been before. But I think we still need to keep fighting for those countries where women don't have the same equality as what we do in Europe. And I think that's really, really important on days like the International Women's Day, because we need to keep fighting for those women who aren't treated the same. I think there is still places to go, obviously, in Europe, ways to go, but I think we have it so much better than we did 25 years ago.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful to celebrate even those small steps that we've made, to know that we are heading forward, we're not going backwards. So
There's
that's
a
really
difference.
important. Brilliant. So if you want to meet Tracy, do watch out for the date for the conference. We'll be announcing it very soon, and look forward to seeing you again, Tracy, in Spain.
I
And
know, I'm
also,
looking forward to
ladies,
coming down. It's
yeah,
it's a trek
it's
for me, and I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah,
yeah, really
looking forward
exciting.
to meeting people that I've spoke to as well, and but I've never seen in person, including yourself, by the way.
Speak soon. Bye for now.
Thank you.